Do you find their stories familiar? Have you ever found yourself or someone you know facing a similar situation and don't know what to do? I'm Edward. Let me share with you what you can and should do when you're being judged and bullied for being who you are. LGBTQ stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning. People in the LGBTQ community are often sidelined and treated unfairly, largely due to misinformation and misconception about the population. Rejection and bullying are amongst the most common forms of reaction from people who have a prejudice towards the LGBTQ community. Such actions or behavior is what we know as homophobic behavior. As a result, many individuals, whether they are certain of their own sexuality or are still questioning, choose to hide or deny their sexual orientation and gender identity. Homophobia is noticeable in hostile and malicious behavior towards the LGBTQ person that may sometimes lead to violence. A common form of homophobic behavior is psychological abuse, where through indirect or direct action or actions cause the abused person to feel distressed. For example, some may use derogatory name-calling or insensitive remarks to hurt others. In Leslie's situation, he was called a sissy by the bullies. Some also try to influence their friends to make a person who is struggling with his or her sexual orientation or gender identity feel isolated or intimidated. They could use social media platforms to expose the person's sexual orientation or gender identity to disrupt their personal life or make others leave them. Lastly, homophobic behavior can escalate into physical and even sexual attacks. In a Singapore study, more than 50% of the LGBTQ individuals revealed that they have experienced homophobic actions during their schooling years. Internal homophobia refers to a situation where an LGBTQ person has internalized homophobic attitudes from others. He can sometimes project the same homophobic attitude towards another LGBTQ person. As a result, his views of his identity and his relationship with other LGBTQ people will be affected. Internal homophobia can lead to self-hate, denial, isolation, and even self-harming behaviors. Do not hesitate to seek help to understand your sexuality. Approach a trustworthy adult or counselor who can listen to you and provide assistance without judging you. You may also consider talking to other LGBTQ friends who may be facing the same struggles. Who knows? They might share useful experiences with you. You can regain control of the situation. Feeling ashamed, embarrassed, guilty, and fearful can be a normal reaction when you are a victim of bullying. However, do not let them affect you for a long time or choose to suffer in silence. You should also never direct your negative emotions, such as anger, on yourself or other people. Stand up for yourself. This does not mean you have to take on a fistfight. Make clear to the bullies about your displeasure of what is being done to you. Take note of the bullying incident. You should keep a record of when and what took place. Approach a trusted adult or a counselor for help with evidences you have collected. When you are threatened with physical abuse or experience physical harm, make sure you report to the authorities. Always remember that you are entitled to all the rights and respect that others receive. No one should be bullied for being who they are.